Late one autumn evening, Sarah pulled off the rural highway and spotted the Weatherby Inn, a dilapidated roadside lodging that looked abandoned for years. The neon sign flickered weakly, half the letters burned out. She needed a place to rest her eyes after hours of driving, so she hesitated only a moment before pushing open the rusted door. Inside, the lobby smelled of stale wood and damp carpet. A single hallway stretched ahead, lined with doors whose numbers were peeling. A dusty reception desk sat unattended, and the only light came from a bare bulb swinging overhead. She found room 13 at the end of the hall. The door creaked as she pushed it open, revealing a narrow space furnished with an old iron bed, a sagging mattress, and a lopsided dresser. A window overlooked a deserted field where corn stalks rustled under the moonlight. Sarah flicked on the bedside lamp and set her bag down, noting how the bulb sputtered each time she blinked the switch. She closed the door behind her and locked it, hoping that was enough to keep out the chill. As she unpacked, she heard a low thud from the hallway, like something heavy dropping. She paused, listening. The inn was otherwise silent aside from the wind rattling the window pane. She shrugged it off, pulled her jacket tighter, and climbed onto the bed. Almost immediately, a faint scratching sound began at the other side of the door. It grew louder, more insistent, as though someone was digging their fingernails under the doorframe, trying to pry it open. Heart pounding, Sarah pressed against the cold metal of the lock and whispered, "Stay away." The scratching stopped. Seconds passed with only her rapid breathing filling the room. Then, just as she convinced herself it was her imagination, something tapped the window. Soft but deliberate, like a knuckle rapping on the glass. She froze, staring at the dark silhouette standing only a few feet away. It had no distinguishable features, just a pale shape that leaned forward, pressing something against the glass. Then it was gone, vanished into the night. Shaken, Sarah reached for her phone to call for help but saw there was no signal. Gathering courage, she yanked open the door and stepped into the hallway. The corridor was empty, but behind her, the door slammed shut on its own, plunging the room into darkness. The next morning, locals found the Weatherby Inn as they always had, deserted and silent. Room 13's door stood slightly ajar. Inside, the bed was neatly made, the lamp switched off, and on the nightstand lay a single note in shaky handwriting. "They found me." Sarah was never seen again.